let's stick to the topic. They policing for profit, the world watching. So we gotta be cautious. It's wicked, sick, and it's shocking. Do these people have conscience? I hear them talking with no intentions of stopping. It's awful. Then they say that it's lawful. If you're walking while black, they call them cause they saw us. We targets. Then they tell us I'm sorry, the chiefs and sergeants with no convictions or charges. The involved officers got the same arguments. I thought he was armed and I had no other option. I was afraid for my life and not taking no losses. But only one law was broken, murder. So how do you solve it? Did he provoke them, or is it all part of the process? The lawsuits is not enough for all the losses. The cops get off, commended by their bosses. The victims are the families, taxpayers, and what it cost us. We screaming and shouting, it's our pockets. Please receive the words from the prophets. We need to watch it and proceed with caution. We can't believe the enemy to be free. We need to stop it.
What we thinking about? While we holler, screaming, we shout. Do we gotta talk a little louder? Them cowards know it's ours and we got all the power.
Yeah.
What the hell we thinking
They picking
about?
us off like we was passes. Face down in the street, modern day lashes. Still paying taxes. Made you forget about the stock market even though it crashed. Those evil bastards. This mystery was shown to me over 20 years ago by the good old doc who I love, bro. He the reason I left Chicago. Packed my bags and put them in the plane's cargo. Was on a mission to find out who and what we are, bro. My soul is being charged by the responsibilities of knowing who and what we are, though. You were lied to, but here's a jewel or two for you to think about. Why did they hide the mystery and give you the history of false hope? This just didn't start by giving us the dope note for the rope for hanging. They've been gang banging for centuries. This not elementary. It didn't just start by trying to strip our melon from the star. This wasn't something you just couldn't rip or pull apart. But after a while, they figured it out. Yeah, this gonna be hard. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, the real beat up. Co-star not here tonight. He on his way out of town in the morning. But as you always know, either one of us can come on here and do what we do. You know what I'm saying? And as always, either one of us could hold it down. So this is a special edition tonight. Came on late. It was done purposely. I'm here to talk about, if you see that name at the bottom, Dr. Malachi Z. York, the reason why we be so adamant to talk about the things we talk about is because of Dr. Malachi Z. York. 20 years ago, over 20 years ago, there's information that a lot of people are seeing today or hearing from different people like Bill Carson, 19 Keys, and all them other people. Dr. York was putting this information out back in 1960 and even earlier than that. None of the information is, like the old man always said, is new. And you just got to do your research. But in his case, he was one who came amongst us to teach 76 trillion years of knowledge in a short time span, and which he said would be like 30 minutes to them, 30 years to us. And the information that he's been putting out has been so profound. Nobody else has written over 1,000 books. And man, audio, video, there's so many. I don't know why my audio wants to keep acting up. But I don't know about my audio and stuff. You know how it go when you start talking about certain information and certain things. You know how that go. But Dr. York been giving this information that I've known for over 40 years. And the information has been so profound. His books, which we call scrolls, he's been writing. And man, the information is off the charts. I can name so many books that he's written. It's crazy. Like I said, he's written over 1,000 books. And hey, as far as I know, he's still writing. Again, I don't know. You see, they're trying to mess with me, trying to mute me. But that's okay. I'm going to get it done anyway. You know how I go. I'm going to get it done anyway. And like I was saying, there's so many books, man. It's a couple of particular books that I will be putting up and showing. One particular book is called the Leviathan series. It's like 4 parts. And it's talking about all the stuff of what's going on now. And these are revised edition books, but still was written back in like the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Of the books that was written before then. Because information, we're in the information age, so information is steady coming out. But this information that he's been talking about, it's so profound. Like I said, I'm gonna give my story and my testimony to why I know that he is the master teacher and why he is the master teacher in this day and time, and why they want to put a man in jail for 135 years for helping his own people. And you know, a lot of us don't talk about this. Like I say, every time you hear me and Woo, we always talk about this information, we're giving out information. But that's why the first word you see is facts, because we deal with facts as a Nuwaubian. As a Nuwaubian, we deal with facts. And the fact of the matter is that you have a man that's sitting in prison right now for 135 years of a crime that he never committed, never has been proven, and no DNA evidence. I've been there since the whole case. I was going back and forth down there. So I know what's going on when I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Even so much as to one of the Savior's days, me and Pop daughter, her mate, a couple of Nuwaubians from the bookstore, Malik Shabazz, all us was at a Savior's Day. And the purpose of us going to that Savior's Day was to let Farrakhan know that they were coming after him next. And they actually, you know, tried to. So that's what, you know, Baba always said that was, you know, still one of his brothers, you know, no matter what he was trying to teach, Baba always said that. So, you know, I was there when we were actually at that Savior's Day, sitting in those rows. Can't remember the year off the top of my head, but yeah, I was there with Pop daughter. And it's crazy because I didn't know Pop daughter, but he wrote a letter and told me to get up with her. And from that, I did, you know what I'm saying? So my first encounter with Dr. Malachi Z. York was back in 1995. Yep, 1995. And again, I'm telling you, I'm giving my testimony to who Dr. Malachi Z. York. Look him up, check it out. You're going to see all the different things insofar as him with the molestation and all that. Again, none of that evidence has ever been proven. The people who said it, they recanted their statements, even from his own son, Jacob York. So, like I said, I've been around for a while, and the information, again, is so profound to, you know, no one can touch it. Bible had books talking about 360 questions to ask a Christian, a Muslim, Dr. York versus the computer. The man speaks over 19 languages fluent, period. I've heard it. I've seen him write it. So what I'm saying is real. You know, you don't have to believe me. That's what he always taught us. Don't believe me. Check it out for yourself. Do the research yourself. So me as one of the students of the master teacher, I've always and haven't stopped, never stopped to this day, still going, still talking about the master teacher, still talking about the information that he's put out. No one, and I stand on this, no one has been able to touch the information that he's putting out, the books that he's putting out. You got all these new people coming out here, and you know, it's time that we got to step up as New Wapians or New Wapians, whatever name you choose, you know which one is the right one. Because the whole thing is New Wabu. So, but anyway, you got all these people out here, again, 19 Keys, Bill Carson, Bobby Hemming. It's a host of them. And the information they saying is what the old man been saying. See, a lot of them say the information, but they don't know how to break it down in detail. You know what I'm saying? Because they never was in those classes. You know, so you know, we used to have question and answer classes and at the bookstores, and with these question and answer classes, it would be question and answers. You know, myself, I definitely been on the land. I definitely been in Bible class. One time he talked for so long, man, I didn't know when he was gonna stop. Never went to the bathroom. Never seen him drink anything. I mean, it was just like a machine, just steady going, like the Duracell battery, just steady spitting out information, steady spitting it out. On this particular day, what is their name? The Triad, they were teaching, but you know, we had people in the crowd that was asking certain questions that they couldn't answer. So the old man came out, and when Pop came out, man, I'm talking about smashed it real quick with whatever they was talking about. And when I say he was teaching for over 8 hours, man, I'm talking about, man, I witnessed it. I'm telling you. And it was crazy. Crazy. No exaggeration. Man, talking about everything. So, like I was saying, for me, I know it's real because what happened to me. Before I even knew who a Dr. York was, or Dr. Malachi or even read one of his books, I had a dream, a vision, visit, whatever you want to call it. And it was him. Didn't know who this man was, never knew who this man was in my life until then. I had 2 females who used to live in my building on Cheltenham, where I used to stay at. And they had these books, and they was like, man, what you think about extraterrestrials? What you think about aliens? I'm like, man, it's real, you know. And the way I grew up, it was like, man, it had to be something else. The way I grew up, and he had one particular book in there. It was The Man from the Planet Risk, and another book called Science of Creation. But in these books, he was talking about the Philadelphia experiment, and it was talking about time travel. So I'm like, yeah, yeah. They like, what you think about that? I'm like, yeah, that's real. I know it's real. And this is way back in 1995, 94, 95. I'm saying this like, hell yeah, I think it's real. So she's showing me the books, looking through the books. I say, I know, I saw him. She was like, who? I said, him. He was in my dreams. I said it just like that. She was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, he was in my dreams, in my TV. That's exactly what I said, in my TV. Come to find out, man, I started having so many dreams of visits about this man at the chalkboard, putting information on the chalkboard, green light, not knowing nothing about this until I just kept reading, coming to find out who El Kedar is, the green one, the green light. And I'm like, wow. So they gave me the book. I started reading the book. And I was like mesmerized. You know what I'm saying? I was mesmerized. But what's so crazy, before the end, I got a brother named Reggie Banks who tried to give me one of the books, and I bullshitted him. I was like, gave me the book, I took it, and you know, I come back the next day, and he was like, "Man, how did you think about that book?" I said, "Oh man, it was good, man. It was a nice book." He said, "So, what did you think?" And I kept bull. He said, "Man, you ain't read that book. You bullshit." It was his exact words, man. My man Reggie Banks. From that day on, and from with them girls, I was never the same. Like I said, when they came and showed me that book, and I was like, I dreamed about dude in my dream after I had bullshitted my mans. It was crazy. Ever since then, it was like the Matrix. I don't know if you watch the Matrix, how they hooked that machine up to his head and all that information at one time was like, whew. Well, that's what happened to me. And at the time, I didn't know until I started reading the book, Man from the Planet Risk, and the old man, and they explained, when you hear my voice, it's like an alarm clock. Your DNA will go off. You'll have what is called a DNA or genetic explosion. He also got a book called Genetic Kiss that breaks that down too. Break it down in the Holy Tablets too, the book called the Holy Tablets. But this particular, that information, man, I'm talking about when I say I would not go outside, I stopped playing basketball. I would sit in the house for hours reading and reading and reading. Now, me, a person who school, I couldn't stand school because I'm like, for one, it was too easy. Two, it just didn't feel like it was about me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I would do math and all that, but when it came to like reading and history and social studies, I'm like, oh man, this sounds like some bull crap. So, as I'm gonna speed up as years went by, and I began to read more and more and learn how to read, because in the beginning I would read and then I heard them go try to tell something to somebody, and you know what I'm saying, I'm busting them up, but at the same time, I'm destroying them. I'm not building them back up because I didn't properly know how to build them back up. You know what I'm saying? I would just know how to destroy them because that's where I was at with it, along with a lot of us, some more brothers in this neighborhood where I grew up in. Chatham, yes sir, Chatham. Man, it's about, it's a plethora of us. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a lot of us in this neighborhood who knows about Dr. York, been knowing about Dr. York. And one particular brother who knew about him before all of us was my man, Anthony Montgomery, or we call him Bill, like Bill Bixby. And when I say rap, cold on the rap. And when I say one of the coldest that I ever heard, cold to this day, still cold. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows. Check him out. But nothing but homage to him and to his family, the Montgomerys, man, you know. But yeah, Bill was on it. He was going back and forth to Georgia to the point he just left and told us, bye. Like, this is what I'm on. And from that time on, that's what he been on. You know what I'm saying? And then you had other brothers, Mike Mav, Lowe's, Reg. Man, like I said, it was Woo, D Mike. It's a bunch of us, man. We just started. I gotta say this because I didn't mention this. Those girls that I met, they knew them. They knew Reggie and all them. And then when they started mentioning like these guys on 78th and Vernon and started mentioning names, I'm like, them my guys. I grew up with them. These my guys. Real talk. All this I'm saying is real. It could be verified. I'm not exaggerating on none of this that I'm talking about, man. And it's so wild because it's like now everybody in this neighborhood who we grew up with, they know who Dr. York is. They know the information is for real. So it's like, man, when she told me that and then I got up with them, man, it was over. I mean, every day I'm trying to pick their brain and information and just talk about, man, what about this and what about that? And to the point of I wrote Dr. York, wrote him a letter like, man, blase skippy woo. I wrote him like a 2-page letter front and back. Man, he sent me a letter back, 1 page, a 1 paragraph, or 1 line. I received your information trying to move to Georgia. That was it. And I was like, damn, I wrote all that. And then he just said, I received your information trying to move to Georgia. But guess what? That's what I did. And if you listen to the rap that came on, I said that. Packed my bags and put them in the plane's cargo. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, the good old Doc, who I love, bro, he the reason I left Chicago. Packed my bags and put them in the plane's cargo. You were lied to, but here's a jewel or two for you to think about. That's Dr. York. That's me. I've never been a rapper like that. But Bill them, they was the rappers. Yes, sir. They was the rappers. And, man, to this day, man, Bill Cole. That's all I'm going to say. Sinai Anthony. You know what I'm saying? Well, we got another name. I'm not going to put that without that, but Sinai Anthony. When I say the information from Dr. York is so real, it's bananas. I'm talking about I started having all type of dreams about the case before it happened. He telling me to go back, get away. Man, it was just so much, man. It was so much. And, of course, my man Derek Norris, I'm going to give a shout-out to Derek Norris because Derek Norris, at the time, man, we used to emulate Pop to the point that you would think he was Pop, you know what I'm saying, because of the information. And, man, I was around him for quite a while. Like I said, it's like I went in a hyperbolic chamber. I had so much information from the old man to the point I did move down to Georgia and I did go on the land and see him. And I did receive certain things from the old man. You know what I'm saying? See, it's a lot of people that wasn't around when there wasn't no pyramids. Like we was down there when it was mud. You know what I'm saying? And barnyard. People went tents. You know what I'm saying? I was there with that. So a lot of people didn't get a chance to witness that. And there was 1 pyramid on the land at the time. That was the Mir Pyramid, the Black Pyramid. You know what I'm saying? And you would hear tones coming from there, Om chant. And it'd be like, Om, Om. You could hear it coming from that Mir Pyramid. And you like, man, it's like soothing and vibrating. And, man, it was off the chain. So I was down there at 404 Shadydale Road, Wahani of the West. You know what I'm saying? The old man built Egypt of the West right here in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Marietta. Nope, I'll take that back. Not Marietta. That's why I stayed at. Eatonton, Georgia. Yeah, I was there. 404 Shadydale Road. It was real. And during Pop case and all the shit that went on, man, they had to destroy old Silly Seals and the rest of the federal government who came May 8, 2002, who came to the land, man, and their intentions was to murder. That was their intentions, to murder people, man. They came with body bags and everything. Their whole intention was to murder the people of Wahani, Egypt of the West. And see, I know a lot of you people, y'all don't know about that because they downplayed it, just like they downplaying now who Dr. Malachi's New York is. You know what I'm saying? Right now, he's in Colorado prison, serving a sentence of 135 years where they mistreating him. You know what I'm saying? He needs his medicine and things like that. They won't give him his medicine. You know. But Larry and them know. They know who Dr. York is. You know, I'm talking about Larry Hoover. They know who he is. They definitely know who Dr. York is because he's down there with him. They know. Believe you me. And he got his son. Yeah, he was reading the scrolls too, little Larry. That's how I do. That's my guy, man. Bigs up to him, man. Own construction company doing this thing. So big up to little Larry, man. But yeah, they know about him. Trust me. This government know. They know who and what he is. People be like, man, you can't just talk about that. Hey, look, yes, I can.
Because if it's bullshit, why would you fuck with it? You know what I'm saying? If it's bullshit, why fuck with somebody who, so what if they believe in extraterrestrials or different planets and different galaxies and things like that? If they not bothering nobody, they not harming nobody, information ain't never hurt nobody. Or did it? Or really, did it really hurt somebody? To find out, because we had a man who came to right the wrong. All he said, all I came to do is set the whole record straight. All I came to do is set the whole world straight. And he was like, I'm going to give y'all so much information, so much, you'll never be bullshitted again. That's what the old man used to say. That's how he used to talk. I mean, I done been in, like I said, I done been in classes. I done heard so many classes where he teach, you know what I'm saying, get on that chalkboard and go to work. Now I'm talking about make your mind go, damn. Or if you was like me growing up, had already thought certain ways, and then to see somebody come and explain it in detail, amazing. It's amazing. It's nobody like him. Nobody like Dr. Malachi. I haven't met him. Changed my whole world. I did a whole 360. Real talk. So, you know, if you get a chance, check out some of his books, man. Check out some of go on YouTube. Be on there. Definitely check it out. And like I said, definitely check out the case, man. Because when you see the bullshit, the people that recanted their statement, the people that ain't even around no more, you're going to know it's bullshit. Like everything else they do when we got somebody that's bringing information and good things to us as a people, man. You know what I'm saying? When you came on the land, it was people from everywhere. Buddhist monks. I'm talking about people from everywhere. It didn't matter what shade color you was. People was coming on that land, and they know this. Pop was at the point where he was going to be building hotels and, man, all type of stuff, man, on the land. Because we had so much land, 400 acres of land that we ain't even tap into. You know what I'm saying? Man, they had helicopter views and everything. I got the pictures. And just recently, I had a page that was dedicated to Dr. Malachi York on my Remy's Amsu Ray page. They just took it down for no reason because it had so much information, so many memories of going through the case, and man, so much. So they took my page talking about integrity. What integrity? I had that page up since 2011. I had the original letters from Prodigy on there that we had got, that he sent to the old man sent to the bookstore up here. The bookstore that used to be up here. You know what I'm saying? Right there on 78th and what's the block? Oh man. All Eyes on Egypt bookstore. Yep, used to be right there. So it was it's real, trust me. And again, if you want to check out some of Pop books, you can go online. It's crazy because eBay and all them be selling the books for way more than what the old man used to charge the books for. You know what I'm saying? Way. See, the Holy Tablets at one point that I seen was selling for $5,000. So if the information wasn't shit, the book wasn't shit, why are you selling a book for $5,000 that it was given to me? Or it was only $50 at the time, but it was given to me. My first Holy Tablets was given to me by Dr. York. It's purple. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I didn't know what I had. You know what I mean? But it was the softback books before the hardbacks. It was a soft book, and it was purple. And I remember when we first came down there to the land, he gave it to it. That's when they had closed Ramsey Social Club. Right after that, but I was there. I've been there. And it's the reason why I am how I am now. So, you know, people be like, you think you know everything. Okay. What if I do know everything? So what if I did? Are you intimidated by it? because we're trying to tell you. But no, like I said, it's in your DNA. It's in our genetics. So when you have certain thoughts, then had what you call deja vu, it's because this ain't your first time, man. This ain't our first time. This ain't your first go around, man. I'll just put that out there. And like I said, we're in that day and time now where y'all see that information is key. All the spookism, it should be gone by now. It really should. It really should. See, they talking about in the Vatican right now, how they been keeping information and the stuff that they've been doing for years that the old man been telling us about for years about the Pope. Remember the old man was talking about the Pope riding in the, if you believe in God and you say you with God, why are you riding around in a bulletproof car? Call it the Pope Mobile. If you feel protected and you know that God got you, what you scared of? I've never seen the old man ride around in a bulletproof car. I haven't. I've always saw him walking around on the land. When I was there, I'm just saying, I've never saw him in the bulletproof cars or that. Yeah, do we have security? Of course we had security there, as you should. And any other organization that's for the people and about the people, you should. Because when you're sovereignty, you should have your own land, your own military, your own funds, you know what I'm saying? You should have all that. And they know that the old man is a diplomat of Liberia. They know this. Check his status. His status is on record as a diplomat. They know this, man. But again, like I said, they assassinate a person's character when they bring in information and bring in the facts about our people. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do when you're trying to uplift the people. Like the Black Panthers, same thing, infiltrated. Malcolm X, same thing, infiltrate. And it's always our own people that they send to infiltrate us. And I know y'all be like, hey, I'm talking about the federal government along with all those other isms. Yeah, all those other entities, government entities. So yeah, they know. Trust me, they do. This information, like I said, been around. You know what I'm saying? I remember seeing called the Revelations. They was the blue books, and they was in Arabic, but you know, actually you go from right to left instead of left to right. Let me see. Doop, doop, doop. Yeah, they go from left to right instead of right to left, how you open up a book. And on these Revelations, he had a picture of the Twin Towers with a plane running into it. This is 1970. I'm just saying, hey, don't believe me, research it. You know what I mean? So it ain't like it's new. And even Biggie even said it in his own rap. I'm blowing up like the World Trade. And that was way before the World Trade Centers blew up. But like I said, this information has been around. And Pop always said he wasn't the only one, but he was the one that was sent in this day and time to renew our story. 25,000 years of an equinox, you know what I'm saying? As an Alferti, as a pharaoh in this day and time, a Ilamutajested. That's Dr. York. And look this information up. Look these words up. Again, I learned language from the old man. I learned to speak different languages from the old man. One being our own language, what is ours, which is spoken today in West Africa, called Nwapik. He told us we had our own language, our own customs, our own dress. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, yeah, you see me in garbs. You'll see us in garbs because we represent our people. You know what I mean? This is not our dress. I'm just, but we're in a land, right? We're in a land that is not of ours anymore. Because originally the United States belongs to Mexico. And they know this. It's a part of Mexico. Mexico not a part of the United States. The United States is a part of Mexico, which they stole. So Again, don't believe me. Check this information out. Don't believe nothing I'm saying. Please do. Research it. Please research it. And, you know, if anybody... What up, Wilkes? Terriago, what up, man? Terragano, my bad. What's up with you, big bro? So, yeah, this information I'm talking about, Dr. Malachi Z. York, check him out. All I know is I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for him. He changed my whole world. And I'll stand on that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the Egyptian deities in the back. Y'all see them back there. Y'all see the pharaohs. And most of them are female deities. You know what I'm saying? The old man was the first person I ever heard. The best kept secret, kept sacred. It was about the woman. He was the first to bring that. Nobody else talked about that. The old man was the first one to talk about the woman being God and being here first. You know what I'm saying? He broke that down, and he used the Bible showing you. He showed us in the Bible how Adam and Eve were not the first people according to the Bible. You know what I mean? So that I never even used to read the Bible until I started messing with Dr. York. I would go to church just to eat and mess with the music. That's it. I never used to go. I would try to go to Bible study, and never made sense to me. Until Dr. York actually showed us how to research and read that book. And not just that book, the Quran or the Quran, the Injil, you know what I'm saying? All those books, man, all those isms. Showed us how to read those books and read that information, man. Talked about the Dead Sea Scrolls. Yeah, the old man was the first one I heard talking about that, man. I didn't hear that from nobody else. And he was real, because when I heard him cursing, I was like, this a real nigga. This nigga cursing everything and be real with it. Funny. Richard Pryor was his favorite comic. You know what I'm saying? And you can hear him sound like Richard Pryor sometimes, man. You go back, go on YouTube, check out the videos, Dr. Malachi Z. York. Hey, don't believe me again. Research it. I'm telling you. And I want to say something to my man, the young brother, Phase 1. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I.T.B. Next Level Podcast support you, bro. Trust me, young man. Keep doing what you're doing. Phase 1. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, young brother. I was there on the land when you was growing up. I was there in 97. I was there at the Zed Festival. So, yeah, I was there. So I just want to give a shout out to that young man, Phase 1. Try to come on his live, but he never let me in. But that's all right. I just want to let him know, Chicago with you, man. You got some elders here that's, man, stand with you on that. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? So tonight, this was dedicated to Dr. Malachi Z. York, simply because he is the reformer. He is the master teacher in this day and time who came to set the record straight. And that's all he's been doing ever since, setting the record straight, giving us our story back. You know what I'm saying? The mystery of the pyramids. You hear that? Mystery, my story. Getting rid of history. His story is not ours. Those are not our stories, man. We're much greater than that. We've been around way longer than that. Some couple of hundreds of years and a couple of thousand now. We've been around for civilizations. Tamaray, Egypt of the West. Tamaray. The proper name of Egypt. Tamaray. Ta, earth. Ma, water. Ray, sun. The three major sources of life. Without them, you wouldn't exist. That's why you see those deities on the wall doing this, giving homage to the sun. You know what I'm saying? Giving homage to the planet. Giving homage to the water, because without water, you can't survive. Your body is 75% water or more. It should be. This planet is not called Earth. Earth is just another name for dirt. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh, hold on. Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm podcasting right now. Oh my God. You own it. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm at home podcast. Okay, yep, it is. Thanks for checking on the brother. Yes, yes. But I'll call you back. So like I was saying, you came to set the record straight, man. The information is so profound, man. It's crazy. I can't give you what you want so you can learn to want what I really have to give. Only fools duck at the truth when it's thrown at them. Those are the sins of Dr. Malachi Z. York. But like I was saying, our people has been here for thousands and thousands of years. The old man taught this. He's been teaching this. He's been teaching us that, for a lack of a better word, the black woman is God. You know what I'm saying? He been teaching this, man. You know, every man comes through a female. Every man comes through a female. Again, like I said, he taught us how to read the Bible and show us in the Bible where that's at, where Adam and Eve wasn't first. You know what I'm saying? Go to Genesis 1:26. It'll tell you, and I ain't got no book on me. I'm telling you where to go. Genesis 1:26. It's going to talk about it right there. Let us make man in our image and in our likeness. Let us make man in our image and in our likeness. Who's the us and who's the are? You know, that's not plural. Or that's plural, it's not singular. I'm sorry, that's plural for a group of people, not just singular, one. So go back, read your Bible. 1611 King James is the oldest. They trying to change it now, trying to change the words in these new Gideons and New World Bibles and all that. 1611 King James is the oldest Bible known before, you know, Constantine and the Nicene Council came and changed all that. Again, don't believe me. Check it out for yourself. I'm not going to give you all the information. You're going to do some research. Y'all going to learn how to research today. You got Google now. You push any button and it'll pop up. Don't believe me. Check it out for yourself. That's what the old man taught us. Do some research, man. So that way you can never be bullshitted again. He taught us what Nuwapu was, what sound right reasoning was. You know what I'm saying? Sound right reasoning. You know what I'm saying? Right reasoning, right understanding. He taught us that. Which gives you sound right reasoning. Nuwapu taught us that evidence, experience is your best teacher. Experience is your best teacher, man. You experience it, then you know it. Not believe it, because believe means to not to know. Again, don't believe me. Check it out. Research it. That's what believe means, to not know. People say you're ignorant. Yeah, ignorant of not knowing. That's it. That's what it means, to not know. I'd rather be a knower than a believer. But yeah, the old man, Pop been bringing us this information for so long. Shout out to all the people who's checking out I.T.B Next Level Podcast. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate y'all. Woo, appreciate y'all. I.T.B appreciate y'all. Keep checking this out, man. Because we're going to keep rocking. We're going to keep bringing this information. I'm telling y'all. That's what we're here to do. We got a job to do. It's work to do. Yes, we do. It is work to do. If you don't think so, you think 24 was something else, 2024. Where do you get it low to 2025? As they say, it's 2025. But yeah, Get a load of 2025. Oh, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? Old man was talking about extraterrestrials and galaxies and planets and all that way before now. Again, and people laugh. Thought it was a joke, and that's what he told them. Oh, yeah, you laugh now. You think it's funny now. Nah, that's okay. That's okay, because when they come out, remember who told you first. So now you got all these people trying to talk like him and build like him, like they been doing the research and putting this information out. Hell no, get out of here. Stop faking, man. That's how I be knowing who is who anyway. I could tell the fake ones. Yep, we sure can. But yeah, man, Baba, I know he changed my life. That's for sure. I don't know about nobody else. He definitely changed my life. And again, check him out, Dr. Malachi Z. York. Yep, in this day and time is the before. They know who he is. Free Dr. Malachi Z. York. You free your mind, you free Dr. Malachi Z. York. Free your mind, you free Dr. Malachi Z. York. I'm going to say it one more time. You free your mind, you free Dr. Malachi Z. York. You will break the spell, because we are under a spell of sleep. Yep. A spell of ignorance, not knowing. Yep. A spell. And it started with spelling. First thing you was taught when you were little was spelling. You had to spell all these words, which don't make sense, and write definitions. You see that? Definitions. In the word definition is the word deaf. You can't hear what's really being said. It's even in the language. That's what he taught us. Everything is in the language. And then you take spelling to cast a spell. Spell. S-P-E-L-L. Not spell. But anyway, that's a little jokey joke. But yeah, he got us. And when you cast spells, what do you use? Words, incantations. So yeah, that's how they got us, with spelling. You know, English is not a language. It's not. It's slang. That's why they're trying to make it a universal language. It's not our language. And for those, when I say it's not our language, y'all know who I'm talking about. It's not our language. I'm a Duwapian. Yes, sir. I bear the title Ramis Amsure, given to me by Dr. Malachi Z. York. I bear that name, the protector of the source. I protect that what's sacred. El Coop. Yes, sir. And the old man is El Coop. He is the source. He's the reason why we got this information. I tell you, I stand on it. I want to thank everybody that's watching, paying attention. I.T.B. Next Level Podcast. Yes, sir. Shout out to my man, the Woo Star, and his family. Shout out to all the Black-owned businesses. Man, keep doing what y'all doing. Shout out to all my comic village. You know what I mean? All those comedians. Yes, sir. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing. And I want to give a shout out to my man, Los. Man, Los, get better, man. On the real, get better, big fella. Gotta get better. Gotta take care of your health, man, because they're trying to kill us by all means. Any way they can. They gotta destroy. You know what I'm saying? And all this child trafficking, man. All these children coming up missing. And y'all think P. Diddy is a smoke screen, man. Your government is taking these children, man. Trust me, they made a pact with the reptilians. Don't believe me. It's gonna come out. It's coming out. They made a pact with the reptilians, man. So I'm telling y'all, don't believe me again. Yes, sir. They made a pact with them. So that's why you see a lot of people coming up missing. A lot of these children coming up missing because they have good body parts. They don't have all the disease and all that. So yeah, you wonder why they coming up missing. Yeah, them children, young pure children, they got good organs. Or they selling them on the black market. It's real. Trust me, it's real in the field. What I'm saying is real. Don't believe me? Again, check it out for yourself. I'm only a student of the master teacher. And now that we got a platform that can reach masses of people, I'm going to use it. I'm going to talk about it. And anybody else that got that platform or chance to use it, utilize it. Yeah, they're probably going to shut me down eventually. I'm sure they are. They did it several times. Like I said, they already shut my other page down that I dedicated to Dr. York. So, yeah, it ain't going to be surprising eventually when they shut these down. But right now, freedom of speech. Yep, freedom of speech. Learn the laws too, man. They got laws changing every day. January 1st coming up. There's going to be so many different laws here in Illinois. Learn the laws. Find out about the laws, man. Stuff is changing. I'm telling you, change is the only thing that's constant. The only thing that's constant. You know what I mean? And I want to give a shout out to all those people in my neighborhood growing up, man. I love y'all, man, that I done touched or touched me. I love y'all. I really do, man. I truly do. Don't think that I don't, because I truly do. I help anybody. If anybody know me, I help anybody. Yep. I will help anybody. But yeah, man, start checking this stuff out, man. Check out about the Vatican. Start checking this stuff out, man, because it's coming out. Again, don't believe me. Check it out for yourself, man. I want to appreciate everybody who came on and chimed in. Again, this is I.T.B. Next Level Podcast. If you notice, Next Level Podcast. All these other podcasts is, if you ain't talking about Dr. York, man, you ain't talking about nothing. I'm just keeping it 1,000. Anybody can talk about cars, women, sex, drugs, money. But can everybody talk about this information? Will everybody talk about this information? Yeah. You know, when Wu say all those 35 to 55, those men, yeah, get up off your ass. Again, I am not scared to talk about Dr. Malachi Z. And nothing else that deals with the Nubian nation. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that the information is real. They know that the information is real. Because if it wasn't, you wouldn't be trying to do the things that they doing. You wouldn't bother nobody. You wonder what? They don't bother Farrakhan. They don't bother Bobby Hemmett. They don't bother 19 Keys. Because they're not saying that they with Dr. Malachi Z. York. They're not saying free Dr. Malachi Z. York. You know what I'm saying? They don't bother what's his Carl or whatever, Carson, Bill Carson. They don't bother him. There's a reason. Because they're not saying they Nubians. They're not saying they with Dr. York. Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm a Nubian. I know that for a fact. And there's a lot of others that are. And we don't mind saying it. I know that for a fact too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all they can do to you is make your transition to the next life. That's all. Get you off of this motherfucker quicker. Because you're going to go eventually. You're not going to be here. You came, and you're going to transition. Now, what happens to you, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? You see these scales? You see the heart and the feather? You got the truth and justice, my. You got to deal with it. You got to deal with your soul. You got to deal with the real you. And like I said, the old man talked about everything. It ain't a book that he didn't put out. You want to know about tying a shoe? He'll put a book out. He ain't never did nothing violent to nobody. Want to say something to him? Oh, I'll write a book. And that's what he did. He write a book about it. Again, I told you, you got 360 questions to ask a Christian, 360 questions to ask a Muslim, 360 questions to ask a Jehovah's Witness. And you got all that. Ben had them books out. Dr. York versus the computer. Come on, man. The old man that sat amongst the Islam world and taught them and spoke their language. And then showed them where the language wasn't true. He showed you where Islam, Arabic has vowels. The real, true Arabic doesn't have vowels. Same thing like they did with English. Vowels. Doesn't have vowels. So, no, I'm not good at Arabic. Nope, I'm not. But I do know a little bit of it. I do know what some of the words mean. That's because of the old man. I never knew anything about no Islam or Arabic. Arabiya. I never knew anything about it. I looked at the Arabiya to speak in the Arabic language. No, I never knew about it. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Start teaching us, though. He put it in all his books. He'll teach you. He'll show you the language. Puts it in all the books. Right translation from the wrong translation. Yeah, that's Dr. Malachi Z. York. Again, don't believe me. Check it out for yourself, man. This is a special edition. That's why I got his name down there. Dr. Malachi Z. York. Right before what y'all call New Year or y'all New Year's, because it's not the New Year. Again, can't be the New Year. The New Year would be in the springtime. You follow? Yeah. That's when the spring, the New Year comes in March, equinox, April. Yeah, April shower bring May flowers. That's when things begin to grow. This is not the December, January, February is not the New Year. No, it's not. But that's what they taught you to believe. So, hey, if you believe it, so be it. But I thought I would come on this day and talk, about the old man who I affectionately love as Baba Pop. Yes, sir. Again, don't believe me. This is I.T.B. Next Level Podcast. Appreciate all the people that came on, checked it out. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. The Woo Star will be back next week. We'll have a fresh Monday. And again, man, like the old man always said, it's about the children, man. As you can see, it's about the children. See, that was the only thing they can get them on that would stick, and lie and assassinate his character. You know what I'm saying? Because all somebody got to do is say you touched them, and you ain't never touched them. I've been through that before. Lie when you talking about you touched them and they ain't never touched nobody. All they got to do is say it. It's the only thing that'll stick. Again, like I said, no DNA evidence. All the key witnesses recanted their statements. You know what I'm saying? The main witnesses. So, yeah, it's a botched trial. That shit should have been like, that man should be home. He should have been home, man. 22 years and still locked up. And then you hear people say, well, he admitted. Well, his wife named Kathy Johnson and other women, a real man, that's what he do, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Again, I told you. Best kept sacred is the Nubian woman. I'd have did the same thing to get my wife out as a protector. I just did the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But you're still innocent until proven guilty. He has not been proven guilty yet. Dr. Malachi Z. York has not been proven guilty yet. It was all cursed by his son, Jacob York, and some other ex-Nuwapians. You know what I'm saying? It's so funny because even in the class, it's on the tape where he would talked about they coming for him and his daughter and his silly son. Talk about Jacob. Pop got a lot of children though. That he do. when I was locked up in Georgia, Marietta, Cobb County, the most racist place I ever been in. You know what I'm saying? They racist as hell down there. That's what Lockheed Darby there, where you finding nooses and shit of motherfuckers and they lockers and shit. But yeah, Marietta, Cobb County, that shit racist as hell. Racist than a motherfucker. But I had spent 92 days in Cobb County. And the 92 days in Cobb County was a hell of an experience. I met one of Doc's nephews in there. I met a lot of key people. But one of the things that got me when I was there, because when I was there, we would, the people that I was there with in particular, we came together, man, as one, man. And they didn't like that because I.T.B went out and they thought we was going to ride about it. But no, we got together. Man, we started working out together, kicking it, eating together, doing all that. And they couldn't figure it out. But they did figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say they couldn't figure it out. They knew what was going on. So one particular, as I was in there, man, they took me out my last week in there with them. Because like I said, we had came together. I ain't do nothing. I didn't bother nobody. I wasn't in there fighting, none of that. They took me out right before I got my last week and said, we know who you are. They said it just like that. We know who you are. We know exactly who you are. I'll never forget that. That's why I say my experiences for me, I know the information is real. I know that the information is real. And you can say all you want. You can talk about Doc. You can talk about the information is unrefutable. You could try. You could try it. Many have. They tried it. But no. Especially when you give it information of things that hadn't even happened or happened yet, and then they turn around and happen. And you be like, damn, Doc said that shit. Doc put that out there. Doc was telling us about that, man. Dr. Malachi Z. York. Abanubi Ray Pakta. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was talking about that. Al-Qaeda. The green one. That's what's so crazy. He explained it in a lot of his books, talked about who he was and how he used to have visits and how they used to come visit him when he was young. You know what I'm saying? How they chose him and why they chose him. This ain't nothing new, man. They can play with it if they want to. They know who that man is. They know exactly who he is. Again, hey, all these, I'm gonna say this: all these priests and all this pedophiling they doing that you catching them do and knowing they doing it, they raping boys and the Vatican and all this shit is allowing this shit, and none of them going to jail for it. But you get some trumped up charges against Dr. Malachi Z. York, say he did this, did that, no evidence, talking about he was transporting children and all that old dumbass shit, but no evidence. Teddy bears and all this shit with no DNA on it, none of his DNA on it. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. But you got all these priests molesting boys and stuff like that and not going to jail, but you send them into jail for 135 years. But I get it, though. I always stand the numbers, 135. I get it. It's definitely our number. 135, that's 9. So I get it. They know that. Let me know they know who he was. He's doing another 135 years. Add the numbers. Numbers don't lie. People do. That's 9 all day long. That's our number. 19, 9. Yes, sir. That's divine. Don't believe me? Research it. 9 is a divine number. Yes, sir. So they know. You ain't got to believe me. Do some research. My brother hungry and shit. Y'all don't know. I gotta get up off of here before he come roll on me. I could talk about this all night to tomorrow. Real talk. I sit here and talk about, man, information, Dr. York, all day long. Because I know from my experiences where I've been, I done been down to the Daily Building, passed out flyers and stood out there protesting. I done been to Springfield I'm on the records for that. I ain't just making it up. We got plenty of pictures for it. Yes, sir. Definitely free Dr. Malachi Z. York. I've been there. Still there. Haven't stopped. I'm just, taught us how to be men, stand on our own too. Goddamn right. Or three. Stand on all threes. Yes, sir. So it ain't nothing new to me. I'm just saying, hey, don't believe me. Check it out for yourself, man. Dr. Malachi Z. York is the real deal, period. And his students and, man, don't even get me started. Yes, sir. Don't even get me started. This is I.T.B, Next Level Podcast, right here in Chi-Town, the city. I get nothing but props to all my comics from Chicago. We the Shiznits. Matter of fact, coming up March 9th, comedy show. It's going to be hot. It's going to be at 114th and Ed Brook, March 9th. That's in Roseland. Comedian K. Ferd, comedian Roy, comedian Marlon Mitchell, and comedian Muhammad. It's going to be a hot show. I wish I had a female to put on there. So if any of the female comics listening, Mo Good, Emerald, Jess, any of y'all, man, I would love to throw one of y'all in there if possible. But anyway, like I said, March 9th, that's a Sunday from 5 to 9, 2 hours of comic, and then we're going to party after that, Just enjoy each other because it's family, man. And, man, laughter is healing. Laughter is definitely healing, man. Definitely laughter is healing. Let me see what's going on in my world. In Wayne's world, if I had any comments, concerns, y'all know how it is. Yep. Let me see what's going on. Yeah. Oh. Oh, that's what they again. It's all good. I'm about to get out of here. Before I go though, let y'all check something out. She is acting. It's all good. Check this book out real quick. This is by Dr. Malachi in New York. 666 Leviathan the Beast as the Antichrist. Like I said, he got 4 parts of this book. This is the second part. You see it at the bottom. Scroll 114, I believe. But anyway, this is one of Dr. Malachi's in your books. I'm just going to read. I'm going to read something real quick. I can get this computer to stop acting crazy. It wants to act crazy now. Right here. It has been customary in the past for me to include an introduction in the beginning of all panelists and scrolls. This revised edition of the Rid and the Beast, the Antichrist, contains information so profound that I, Dr. Malachi Z. York, 33, 720, agree. And this book leads to introduction. Coming right out, talking about the spell of the Rid that has caused you to be mentally blind, deaf, and dumb to the evil reptilian deception. As a result, you wander aimlessly along the path of self-destruction. Imitating pale people teach you to love the world and the thing of the world. Read edition 76 and Where is Hell by Dr. Malachi Z. York, distributed by the Egyptian publishers. As Joachim Yanin, son of Zebedee, said after the manner of Yahshua Mashiach, Israel, Mashiach, Jesus the Messiah Christ, in 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. Any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Satan tries to make you that he does not really exist. By perpetuating himself as a man like character with two horns, a tail, and a pitchfork. Like the hot sauce box. You've seen him sitting on his throne in the heaven or tormenting lost souls in cartoons. In reality, Satan, is your doctor, lawyer, school teacher, politician, friend, lover, even your preacher or pastor. He will even come in the disguise of a Muslim in your masjid, or in Christianity in your church, or Hebrew in your synagogue. Satan is in the pathway the righteous to take you off the path of El Elyon, the Most High. His aim is to erase the memory of El Elyon, the Most High, from your life, since he has risen from the pit in 1966. He has opened the doors of hell. The evil reptilian is coming at you stronger because his 6,000 years are up as of September 9th. Y'all hear this book is written September 9th, which is 2003 AD, within the Gregorian calendar. The evil reptilian always preys upon your soul, hoping that you not remember him. You done heard plenty of people talking about the Most High, from Buster to Erica Badu, which I don't know where these people at. Not spoken to the time ever forgotten that the time is being called now. I have spoken to you of this, yet refuse to listen to the word that proceeded from the lips, from my lips. I told you a long time ago, I can't give you what you want. So learn to want what I have to give. Now is the time. I give you this. Take my warning, take my wisdom, and most of all, take all my strength as it flows from me onto these pages as I speak. It's facts. Hear my words. My words are there is evil, evil beings, the Luciferians, who cast this evil spell of King spell of sleep, the spell of sleep, of spiritual ignorance and racial blindness. The holy tablets, Behemoth, the human beast. Chapter 6, the judgment tablet, 17, 12, 20. Yes, you wanted to be and turned away from the truth to be like it was written before your face, handed to you in the scriptures for you to read. But you prefer with me and satisfying your grief. And now that the day has come, a great star will fall to the earth like the dropping of the sun, casting blackened skies, formed by earthquakes, political dominion cries. In the midst, under the number 666, did I rise. One foot in the north, the other in the west, causing confusion, stripe, doing my best. Prostration marked deep in his head, the step mailing his soul to paradise once he's dead. But of you people, me, you did accept for wealth and money. You never did. Assassin and my host will play for all the will pay for all the harm we have done. This book is the business. But we get our satisfaction looking at the concealers of the truth and know we have, and now we have won. And when they say concealers of the truth, meaning those who know what what Dr. Malachi York been teaching. You Captain Zakar, Adam seed, Adam he became known as Ada, which means the one who transgresses limits. He succeeds in doing this by making Captain Zakar Adam seed become Musa, idol worship, or one who find partners with the creator of the original light, who is El Elyon, the Most High. As we said to the angels, heavenly messenger, prostrate for Adam's soul, all prostrated except for the rebellious one, Iblis. He was of the human devil, jinn, so he transgressed the wrath command in that matter. What would you take them and his offspring as allies beside, and they are enemies to you all? Wretchedness is the same for those who are unjust. Translated by Dr. Malachi York. Saeed Isa al Hadi al Mahdi. When Satan changed from light to fire, his name changed also to Iblis of Baleth. He was called because he was desperate for the mercy of El Elyon, the Most High. And Iblis comes from the word malice, which means to breathe or be. I'll read a little bit of this because y'all gonna. I'm gonna skip a couple of pages. I didn't get to this. But I want to go read it. Question. This is who were the angelic beings that Elohim commanded to bow down in the newly fashioned being? Answer. The angelic beings, Elium or Elohim, God, were commanded to bow to the Cadmus, Adam, out of respect for his knowledge taught to them by the 24 elders, Elohim, God, judges, and for his willpower and his ability to procreate on his own. All did except for one Iblis, the rebellious one called Samael, Iblis. He felt that because he was created of smokeless fire, Naru Sawun. Remember that word, Nauru Sawun, sun cycle. Quran 15:27, 55:15. And Captain Adam was created from the clay of the dust of the ground in Genesis 2:7. Moon cycle. He thought that he was greater because he was created before Adam, making him old. He refused to prostrate because he was too proud, even at the command of El Elyon. Thus, he was to be called Azazel, one who Iblis, the rebellious one, was wroth, anger, and he made a crater. He went from planet to planet full of hot, poisonous wind. Huh. That sounds like the Cain and Abel story. Huh. It was then Samael, Iblis, Diablos, Samael, poison wolves of El, who is known today as Uncle Sam, to children as Sam, I am Sam. Oh yeah, Cat in the Hat. The other angelic beings began to ask, "Why are you so angry?" He said, "This newly fashioned being, Captain Zakar Adam, around 1529, was going to this church, shed blood, around 230. the earth that meant a new warrior. He feared that this new warrior would defeat him and take control. So he rallied 200 of the angelic beings and they united with the rebellions, trying to stop the birth of this newly fashioned being. Remember this way. The fallen angelic being whose name was Azazel, the one removed, his form should be called Iblis, the rebellious. Also, curse be upon him and his offspring, the devil. I'm gonna stop that because I want y'all. But like I said, this is some of Dr. Malachi's work from one of his books. Again, there's 4 parts to this book. There's 4 parts to this book. And like I said, 666 lived in the beast as the Antichrist. That's part 2. Part 1 is has a red front. And then the other one is year AD and what to expect. So don't believe me. Check it out. Hey, all I'm gonna say is peace. It's a pleasure to talk to you, man. I didn't even know you was on here. E, my bad. I missed when I was reading the book. Uh but what's up with you, my brother? You know it's always good to talk to you. E double, aka the thing. Yes, sir. I hope everything going good with you with the green, going green. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to you, my brother. Hey, I missed that. Oh, you on YouTube. Okay. That was from YouTube. Shout out to my man E, man. You know, I'm about to get up out of here. E. On here almost an hour and a half. You know, these people playing with it. They don't want it. They don't want it. Yep. Shout out to my man E.